Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Michael Pike, president of the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame, and I'm extremely happy to welcome you to our 13th induction ceremony. COVID-19 prevented us from inducting a class in 2020, and since then, we have focused on resuming the induction ceremony for 2021. While we had hoped to meet in person this year, our board of directors felt it would be prudent to host the ceremony remotely. So tonight, we are making history by hosting the induction via Zoom. I am certain you will enjoy the evening as we welcome this distinguished class of inductees. Before we meet our inductees, let us pause to honor our country with the Pledge of Allegiance led by board member Bonnie Sadek.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Bonnie. We also wish to honor all those who are currently serving our country in the military, as well as the veterans who have served. Thank you all for your service. Since we last gathered in 2019, we have lost a number of our previous inductees. They are Ellsworth Elsie Chandler, Jack Helm Sr., Ed Holcroft, Edwin W. Lawrence, Charles Charlie Moore Jr., Edward Ted Torrance Jr., Eubank Ted Travis Bay Jr., and Charles Charlie DeMarco. Please observe a moment of silence to honor their memory. Each year, our inductees are recognized by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Senate. Senator Carolyn Comita had a previously scheduled engagement this evening, and she has recorded remarks to share with our 2021 class.
Hello, friends. I'm State Senator Carolyn Comita. I'm so sorry that I can't be with you tonight, but I'm really delighted to be able to share this message with you. Sports continue to bring us together, and they play a vital role in the healthy development and growth of our young people. In so many ways, the lessons we learn as a part of our team, on the court, or out in the athletic field stay with us for our entire lives and pave the path for future academic and career success. Today, I want to honor each of our 2021 inductees into the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame. And I would also like to recognize the winners of the Richard B. Yoder High School Scholar Athlete Award and Scholarship. Again, congratulations to all. And thank you to each of the volunteers and supporters who make the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame possible. Thank you and happy holidays.
Thank you, Senator Comita. This evening would not be possible without the tireless work of many people who are dedicated to our mission and have kept our organization viable and relevant during one of the most challenging eras in recent history. I want to thank them and recognize them for their assistance. The induction committee, Joan Wagner and Harry Lewis co-chairs, the committee members Toby Delaney, Becky Desmond, David Dietrich, Earl Johnson, Kathy Cranabiter, Dennis White, and Dick Delaney. The induction banquet committee, committee members Joanne and Julian McCracken, Ida and Tom McIntyre, Pearl Dorsey, Diane Pike, Bonnie and Ted Sadek. The program booklet was produced by Jerry Schneider and Ty Cooper. The program ad sales committee of Tom Walsh, Jerry Snyder, and Tom McIntyre. And thanks to all the program advertisers whose support helps make this event possible. And special thanks to our partners at Applied Video Technology, Phoenix Media Group, for producing this evening's ceremony. But most importantly, I want to thank all of you, and especially our board of directors, for your understanding and support during this unimaginably trying time. You all made it possible to continue recognizing distinguished sports achievement in Chester County. And now, let's meet our class of 2021 inductees. Erica Flamer Davis, gymnastics. Erica Flamer Davis was an outstanding gymnast at B. Reed Henderson High School, leading her team to 3 consecutive District 1 and PIAA state championships. During her career, she won 9 individual District 1 championships, 5 individual PIAA championships, and was twice named the Daily Local News All-Area Athlete of the Year. In 1995, she was named Elite All-American in high school gymnastics for her performances at the United States Gymnastic Association competition. She accepted a full scholarship at the University of Pittsburgh, where she was an NCAA individual and team qualifier for 3 consecutive years. She currently serves as a vice president at Cedar Crest College in Allentown. Please welcome Chester County Sports Hall of Famer, Dr. Erica Flamer Davis.
Good evening, everyone. This induction into the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame has really given me an opportunity to look back and remember the dynasty, which was the 1992 to 1994 Henderson Gymnastics team. For those who know me really well, and I hope I'll get to meet lots of you in the future in this organization, I am often a woman left speechless in moments that most define my life. This being one of those, I most recently, and I hope some of you did too, watched the gymnastics at the Olympic Games this summer and had an opportunity to see gymnastics as a sport in its most authentic light. I say this because this year's Olympics was a season without perfection. And I remembered looking back that I started doing gymnastics at Metzler's at the late age of 6 years old. I speak about this because gymnastics is a sport that focuses on being perfect, and you work your entire life and your time to really make every skill independently perfect. And so I thank and really am grateful as I look back on those years, my ever-present parents, Dave and Judy Flamer, that allowed me the opportunity to dream big and always provided a space to make my gymnastics accolades possible. I also wanted to thank my former teammates, Gina Canarella, Kristen Bond, Amy Fisher, Angie Varney, and my coaches, of course, Terry McGuire and Harry Skipbest, who without their guidance and assistance, I wouldn't be on this call today. As I said, I'm a woman of limited words, particularly in these instances, but I'm so grateful for this opportunity to revisit the history and the memory of my youth. And I thank you all again for this induction.
Thank you, Erica, and welcome. Our next inductee is Al Black, football. Al Black was a legendary football coach at Coatesville High School, where his football teams won 7 Chestnut championships, were runners-up 7 times, and were twice named Eastern Pennsylvania champions. Philadelphia Magazine named him the best high school football coach in 1981. He later coached at the collegiate level, serving as offensive coordinator at Widener University, Millersville University, and Delaware Valley College. Following his collegiate career, he coached and gave football clinics throughout Europe and authored 4 books on football. A member of the Coatesville Sports Hall of Fame, Al currently lives in Lancaster County. Please welcome Chester County Sports Hall of Famer, Al Black.
This gift, it's an honor for me to receive this award. I would like to thank my fellow coaches and my family and for all of their support. Football has been a huge part of my life for over 50 years, excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, and I would like to thank some incredible players who have been with me over those years. Especially would like to thank Jack Chambers, who joined me when I took the coaching job at Springfield Monco, a school that averaged 2 wins a year. And so when Jack came, he was a captain of a sinking ship, but he became one of the greatest leaders we've ever had. As a sophomore, he took charge. All the players by the end of the year supported him and followed his direction. And as a result, we won 2 championships with Jack. At Coatesville, Carl Smith's leadership held the team together during the teacher strike the year that I arrived in Coatesville to coach. So I met with a team that had no leadership, and it was very difficult to get started. But Carl Smith stepped in, met with the players, ran practices, got the teams ready to go. And when the strike ended, we had 1 day of practice, and we went on and scored 30 points in that first game. So the years went on like that for many years, but we had such great kids who never gave up and made us a great competitor. I'd like to give a special thanks to the men of the, excuse me, the many coaches I had to know and work with in the NFL Europe. I was over there on and off for 10 years, and we had many great times and had a lot of fine football players evolve out of that. And then so that I'd like to thank you all for honoring me with this certificate. And I turn this back over to you.
Thank you, Al, and congratulations. Our next inductee is Rick Hicks, basketball. Rick was an all-Chessmont basketball selection and team captain at Coatesville High School. He matriculated at Westchester University, where he was a 3-time all-PSAC selection. Hicks finished his WCU career as the all-time leader in assists, was leading scorer his junior and senior years, and was twice chosen team captain. Rick later coached basketball at Kutztown University and Coatesville High School, where he helped the team win the 2001 PIAA state championship. A trainer and mentor to NBA great and fellow Chester County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Rip Hamilton, Rick was elected to the Westchester University Hall of Fame. He lives in Coatesville, where he continues to be a mentor and coach at all levels of the sport. Please welcome Chester County Sports Hall of Famer, Rick Hicks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to just give God the glory for making this day possible. I could not say I would not be here without the Lord. I want to start my journey off by just saying, thanking the community of Coatesville, because being young and living in Coatesville, you got to have some support. And as I look back, Coatesville has always supported me through my playing days, through my college days, and now just with my training and coaching, Coatesville has always supported me. I would also like to thank my mother and father, who taught me everything as far as to go get what you want, stay focused, don't let nobody tell you you cannot do what you want to do. I can just remember way back, 3rd, 4th grade, going to the games with my mother and father and watching my older brother Chuck Brewer playing in the semifinals of the states and saying, this is what I want to do. So I want to thank my brother, because he played a big part of me just wanting to play basketball at that time. Also, I want to thank all the coaches, from the biddy leagues to the youth leagues to the adult leagues to the high school, Jim Smith, Jerry Quittenfeld, just for giving me the opportunity. Once I got to college, it was Coach Dick Delaney, who basically came to Coastal High School and told me that, hey, we want you. At that point, I had about 5 offers. I wasn't sure where or what, or even if I wanted to go to college. But by him letting me know that he wanted me, and that set my mind right then and there. That's where I wanted to be at. Okay. Thank my family, my sisters, my brothers. People say, why are you so gritty? Why are you play so hard? Why are you so competitive? Well, I had 2 brothers, and to try to beat them out on the basketball court was nearly impossible because I was always smaller than them. I wasn't as strong as them, but I always competed hard, and it paid off. So I just want to thank them. I want to thank my mother and father again. Once again, where I come from, you got to have a great family. You got to have a great background. My sisters, my brothers, this is for all of us. This is just not my award. Whatever I needed, whether it was an ear to talk to, whether it was something at the school, they would always come through for me, being one of the youngest. I also had some other supporters that would always show up at the games. Not the games. We had the games, but the Westchester games. Beanie Williams was one of my true fans. Yakim Jackson was another true fan of mine who always showed up. No matter if we was at Bloomsburg, Westchester, Millersville, they always showed up. Errol Johnson, I want to thank Errol Johnson he was one of the first people when I was younger down at the community center that showed us how to play basketball, not just basketball, just sports in general. I also want to take this time to thank Richard Hamilton for just giving the kids in Coastal opportunity, to giving my kids opportunity through AAU. I mean, opportunity is all you need sometimes. And he provided that for us for about the last 15 years. So I think it's worth mentioning him and letting him know that. Thank you again. But I just want to thank the committee for letting me in. I want to thank anybody and everybody. I know I left a lot of people out for this journey. This is definitely an amazing journey that started out being blank and ended up being inducted to the Chester County Hall of Fame. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, Rick, and congratulations. Our next inductee is George Holmes Jr., track and field. George was a hurdling and sprinting phenom at Coatesville High School. He won 7 District 1 individual championships, 8 PIAA individual state championships, a Penn Relays championship, and led his team to the PIAA state championship. He was named high school track and field All-American and set a national high school record for the 120-yard hurdles in his junior year. He continued his success at Essex County College, where he was a 6-time junior college All-American. During his career, George was ranked among the top 10 internationally in the 110 and 160 meter hurdles and the 200 meter dash. He is a member of the Coatesville Sports Hall of Fame and the Pennsylvania High School Track and Field Hall of Fame. A former resident of Atlanta, Georgia, sadly, George died in August of this year. Accepting his award is his son, George Holmes III. Please welcome Chester County Sports Hall of Famer, George Holmes Jr.
Thank you, Michael. On behalf of my father, George Thomas Holmes Jr., my family, and myself, I'd like to thank Chester County Sports Hall of Fame for this induction. I'd like to thank his parents for allowing him to nurture his athletic abilities. I'd like to thank his coaches and teammates, especially Coach Ross Kersey and the Red Raiders relay team. I'd like to thank his brothers, sisters, wife, my mother, lifelong friends, and loved ones for being an amazing support system and cheerleading squad throughout his whole life. Last spring, we unfortunately had to say goodbye to George after a 17-year battle with kidney disease. So for the next minute or so, I'd like to share with you all who he was off the track. The first thing I can say about my dad is that he was a shining example of God's love. He sacrificed everything for me, my mother, and sister. Every friendship he built was based on love, trust, laughter, and fun. He provided deep, intimate care for those less fortunate in life. As a father figure, he impacted the lives of not only me and my sister, but the lives of so many children as an after-school care instructor, church babysitter, and Little League sports coach. And if he ever got too frustrated, he'd invite the kids to a lovely game of dodgeball. I will always remember him with a bright smile on his face. I also believe all of the amazing qualities he possessed were nurtured and formed by his many experiences as a track star. From a young age, he learned discipline, the importance of sacrifice, and how to hone his given abilities. While running with Essex, Grambling, the Philadelphia Pioneers, and even Cash, he traveled the country and ran with folks from all over the world and all different walks of life. Through sportsmanship and camaraderie, they were all able to put their differences aside and come together during a difficult time in our nation's history. He learned so much from this exposure and also how to stay true to himself. I remember him telling me how much he admired Smith and Carlos for their salute at the '68 Olympics, and how he wore his afro proudly on the track, even though some folks said it would slow him down. Well, it didn't slow him down that much. So I share this with you all to say that as he taught me to love and honor others, he taught me to love and honor myself. He was always deeply humbled and honored by the accolades he received later in life. From being a torch runner in the '96 Olympics, being inducted into the Pennsylvania and Cash Sports Hall of Fame, and now even today, I know he'd be humbled and honored to be inducted into the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame. Thank you all again.
Thank you, George, and congratulations on behalf of your father. Our next inductee is John Maybury, baseball. John was an outstanding infielder-outfielder at Westchester University, known for his defensive prowess and his steady and timely hitting. Drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals in the 6th round of the 1991 Major League Baseball draft, he made his MLB debut in 1994 against the Houston Astros when he singled and scored a run. During his first full season in the majors, he batted .307 with a .347 on-base percentage and was 4th in Rookie of the Year balloting. In his second year, he hit .297 and helped the Cardinals reach the National League Championship Series. He played 3 stints with the Cardinals and with 7 other Major League Baseball teams, including the Phillies. During his 14-year MLB career, John played in 3 postseasons, including the 2004 World Series with the Cardinals. He currently is the longest tenured Major League Baseball player from Westchester University. Following his retirement as an active player, he has been a Major League Baseball coach, currently with the Kansas City Royals. John lives with his family in St. Louis. John is unable to join us this evening because of another commitment and sent a video to share with everyone. Please welcome Chester County Sports Hall of Famer, John Maybury.
Good evening, everybody. This is John Maybury. Just want to say how humbly honored and blessed I am to be here this evening and in this conversation for the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame. I want to thank Michael for the nomination. I want to thank the board for the vote. You know, as a young kid, you don't think of these things happening to you or for you. You're just looking for an opportunity. And I wouldn't have had that opportunity without Westchester University, in particular the baseball program. Just helped shape me as a person in the time when I was growing up. Dedication, hard work, teaches you the value of friendships and teamwork. To be shaped by great coaches like Carl Garana, John Lemke, Coach McFarland, Coach Taylor, grad assistant Joel Akowski. These folks who shape you as a person, who push you day in and day out to be better for the team and for yourself. Going out there every day with great teammates who also push you. Guys like Tom Nuneviller, Moose Krause, Jeff Walker, Carlo Calamia, the Chicken Man. All these guys, Scott Reichley, Dennis Brstensky, Matt Brstensky, all these great teammates that help give a piece to your life and times that you'll never forget. The great times, the bus rides, the pulling the tarp, putting the tarp on, all the stuff you have to do to earn your keep in college baseball. It gave me a leg up to get to professional ball and taught me a lot about myself. I just want to thank, my mother, who taught me the value of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. Working 2 jobs, trying to put a couple kids through school, 3 kids. It's not easy road, but she stuck to it. It gave me this opportunity as well. It springboarded me into a life of professional baseball, which I've got to enjoy now for parts of 25 years. Have been able to meet great people, see some really cool things, and it's just been an honor and a blessing. So I want to thank you tonight for allowing me to be here. Again, thanking the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame and Michael. I'm truly honored. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. And if you could hear us, we're congratulating you. We're going to take a 10-minute intermission to give you a chance to stand up, walk around a little bit, get a cup of coffee, have a glass of water. I would urge you as well to go to the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame website. The clock is ticking. You have a few days left until the end of the year, and you can take out a membership in the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame for $15. Beginning January 1, that jumps up a little bit. But by all means, go to the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame, join and take out a membership. We'll return and I'll see you in 10 minutes. Welcome back. I hope you had a good opportunity to stretch a little bit and walk around. We're going to continue our ceremony this evening with the Richard B. Yoder High School Scholar Athlete Award. The Yoder Award was established in 2017 to recognize Chester County High School scholar athletes by awarding them a $1,500 college scholarship. It is named in honor of Richard B. Yoder, a Chester County Sports Hall of Fame founding member, outstanding high school and collegiate athlete, former professor and athletic director at Westchester University, and the previous mayor of Westchester. Here to discuss this year's award winners are Dick's daughter, Susan Yoderschick, and her mother, Jean Yoder.
Thank you, Mike, and congratulations, everyone, all of the 2021 inductees. I'm here with my mom, Jean Yoder. Why don't you wave? And we are loving hearing about so many of the amazing stories from all of you and look forward to hearing about more. I'm thrilled to be able to share with you some details around the winners of the Richard B. Yoder High School Scholar Athlete Award that we announced last June. And Mike shared with you all about the award. But first of all, I want to just share some appreciation. Thanks to all of you, the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame, and the many generous donations over the past 4 years that have made this scholarship possible. It is our chance together to recognize excellence in athletics, academics, and leadership among the very best high school seniors in Chester County. But first, I need to recognize the incredible committee that the Scholarship Committee of the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame co-chairs Mike Pike and Kathy Cranenbitter, and the Scholarship Committee of Tom McIntyre, Julia McCracken, Kevin McDonald, Vonnie Groh, Dick Delaney, and Ted Sadek. Thank you for the tireless commitment of this team, especially through this unprecedented circumstances of this year. Because once again, we had a really tough job. We had submissions from all across the county, and the youth, our future generations of leaders, did not disappoint us again. We had exceptional candidates with extraordinary accomplishments in academics, athletics, and leadership. 2 students, one male and one female, stood above the rest. And with that, I am delighted to introduce our first winner, Vincent Cressy from Kennett High School, who played both lacrosse and football. So while at Kennett, Vincent maintained a 4.1 GPA during his whole 4 years there and was an honor roll recipient and 2-year National Honor Society member while pursuing a challenging academic curriculum. He played defensive back on the football team and was first team all-league and second team all-area his junior and senior years. He was chosen to be captain his senior year, and he also participated in indoor track for 3 years. Although he was an outstanding football player, Cressy also excelled on the lacrosse field. He was a 4-year varsity starter on defense, earned all league honors for 3 years, and was all area for 2 years. He was a 3-time captain of Kennett's lacrosse team and excelled in club lacrosse with Freedom Lacrosse Club. Vincent is a natural leader and was involved in many school and community activities. In addition to serving as captain of 2 sports, he was on Kennett's Leadership Representative Council, helped organize an equipment drive for high school athletes who could not afford to purchase equipment, and served over 100 hours of community service. Vincent is currently attending Harvard University, where he is competing in Division I lacrosse. Our second winner is Michaela Sheely from Westchester East, who ran cross country and track and field. Michaela was one of the top academic students in her graduating class at Westchester East High School. In addition to her 4.9 GPA, Michaela had been an honor roll student every term from 9th grade to 12th grade. And she earned 12 advanced placement credits and is a 2-year member of the National Honor Society and National Merit semifinalist. Michaela excelled in cross country and track and field at Westchester East, where she was a 3-time medalist in the Chessmont and District 1 cross country championship and a member of East's first PIAA championship qualifying team. For her achievement, she was chosen first all league in 2018 and 2019, second team in 2021, and was 2-time team captain. On the track, Michaela had success as a long distance runner. She was Chessmont and District 1 individual medalist in the 16-meter and 800-meter for 3 years, and a National 1 medalist on the 2019 4x800-meter relay team. She received honorable mention all area outdoor track in 2019. Like Vincent, in addition to being a natural leader, Michaela had been active at East and in the community. She served as an academic tutor, volunteered at summer camp, and taught first grade Sunday school at St. Peter and Paul Church. Michaela is currently attending the University of Pittsburgh, where she participates in Division I cross country, indoor and outdoor track and field. So join me in congratulating Michaela and Vincent on this wonderful recognition. And again, thanks to all of you for making this scholarship possible. Over to you, Mike.
Thank you, Susan. As you can all tell, one of the great joys that the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame sponsors is the Richard B. Yoder Award. And as Susan has detailed very clearly, we have very talented scholar athletes in Chester County, and it's an honor to support their endeavors. Now, let's meet our final 4 Chester County Sports Hall of Fame inductees. Nancy Kaufman, field hockey and lacrosse referee administrator. Nancy Kaufman is a graduate of Westchester University, where she played field hockey and lacrosse. Following graduation, she began a 40-year career as a national and international field hockey and lacrosse official, clinician, and teacher. She has officiated at every level: the PIAA state finals, the NCAA championships, the European championships, and in 2001, the Lacrosse World Cup in England. For many years, she taught and certified lacrosse umpires in the United States and in Europe. She has received numerous awards, including the United States Lacrosse Meritorious Service Award and induction into the Penncrest High School Hall of Fame and the Eastern Pennsylvania Lacrosse Hall of Fame. Nancy divides her time between Westchester and Litchfield, South Carolina. Please welcome Chester County Sports Hall of Famer, Nancy Kaufman.
Thank you, Mike, for that introduction. I'd like to thank the members of the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame for this recognition. It's truly an honor. Congratulations to my fellow inductees. Your accomplishments are outstanding. It feels good to be together with people who are devoted to sport. It certainly has been an important part of my life. Thank you to my family and friends who are supporting me tonight. You have always supported me, and I am forever grateful. Hi out there, I know you're there and I feel the love. I have to give a shout out to the Philadelphia Women's Lacrosse Umpires Association, the officiating board that I have been part of for my entire officiating career. We have grown together and nurtured each other to become what I feel is the best officiating board in the world. We have more nationally and internationally rated officials than any other board in the women's lacrosse world. My first officiating gig was in 1971 as a field hockey official. I was still a student at Westchester University, then Westchester State. My final hurrah was as head clinician at the Women's Lacrosse World Championship in Guildford, England in 2017. By my calculations, I was actively officiating for 46 years, and I loved almost every minute of it. I have served in many capacities in the officiating world: official, assessor, administrator, clinician, speaker, and trainer. It's not easy to be a ref in today's society. To be good at officiating, one must have the physical attributes to be in position to see the game and make quick decisions based upon the rules and what you see happening with the play. You need a good understanding of the game and a lot of practice to get good at it. Even after years of experience, it's not an exact science. Each game is a new challenge. Rules are not black and white. They need to be interpreted. When a ref decides to blow the whistle, at least 50% of those involved with the game are not happy. How do you prepare one for this? My sport, lacrosse, and many other sports are facing a shortage of officials. People start officiating because they love the game, they want to give back, they want to keep the game safe and fair. They study the rule book like a textbook. They take the written test and get on-field training. And then they start doing games. Then something happens. According to the National Association of Sports Officials, officials typically quit within their first 3 years. Some cite declining sportsmanship or fear for their own safety as their reason for quitting. Isn't that sad? Whether you're a player, a cheerleader, a coach, a spectator, an administrator, or an official, we are all in this together. We must work together to create the kind of atmosphere we want for our competitions to take place. We are the keepers of our games, and we have to take ownership. Everyone here is an advocate for their sport. Whatever role you take, be mindful about creating a great atmosphere for competition. I'm sorry that we can't all be in the same room to celebrate together, but I would like to leave you with these inspiring words from Warren Buffett. Surround yourself with people who push you to do and be better. No drama or negativity, just higher goals and higher motivation. Good times and positive energy, no jealousy or hate. Simply bring out the absolute best in each other. Thank you again for this incredible honor.
Thank you, Nancy, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Our next inductee is Calvin Grove, boxing. Coatesville native Calvin Grove was an outstanding amateur boxer who amassed a 46-4 amateur record, including winning the Pennsylvania Golden Gloves in 1982 in the 125-pound division. During his professional career, he fought 59 fights and was 34-0 before he experienced his first loss. In 1989, he fought in Moscow, Russia, where he won the USBA Super Featherweight Championship by unanimous decision. Although he stopped fighting professionally in 1998, Calvin continues to give back to his sport by training amateur and UFC boxers. He lives in Coatesville. Please welcome Chester County Sports Hall of Famer, Calvin Grove.
Hi, how you doing? Hello?
We can hear you and see you, Calvin.
Okay. Ready?
We see you and hear you.
Okay. I want to be thankful for all of the things that I have happened to me in boxing. And, you know, it's a nice time. You know, I've been all over the world, you know, and I've been to a lot of places. And, you know, and I'm just happy that, you know, I want to thank God. I want to thank people out there who listen to me, who likes me, hey, silky smooth, you know, I'll be coming down the road and I get a lot of things that they say. And, you know, I just want to I'm thankful for the Chester County, for the Hall of Fame. This is the first time I ever been over here that I believe. And I want to bless God, bless you, bless everybody. And it'll be time for you to go. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Calvin, and welcome. Our
Yeah.
next inductee is Abel Joe, football. Abel has been called the greatest all-around athlete in Coatesville High School history. He was all Chessmont in football, basketball, and track and field, although he excelled in football. Joe was selected PIAA first team All-State in football, was a Scholastic Magazine high school football All-American, and received the prestigious Maxwell Club Award as the outstanding area high school football player. He won 2 Chessmont championships in the shot put and discus and was the District 1 discus champion. Abel had a successful collegiate career at Cheney University, where he led the league in rushing and was twice named first team All-PSAC. He signed with the NFL Dallas Cowboys and was active until an injury ended his playing career during his rookie season. He lived in Darby, Pennsylvania until his death in January 2019. Accepting his award is his brother and fellow Chester County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Dr. John Joe. Please welcome Chester County Sports Hall of Famer, Abel Joe.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pike. Hello, Chester County Sports Hall of Fame and committee members and all who are tuned in. I'm happy and grateful that the prestigious and the auspicious Chester County Sports Hall of Fame is bestowing this honor, recognition of accomplishment, distinction for my brother Abel Howell Joe. Here tonight, on behalf of my brother, my mind is like in a whirlpool, like being in an old-fashioned Maytag washing machine, going forward, then going backwards. Going forward, I'm very elated to represent my brother. Going backwards, I'm very sad that he's not here to receive and share this honor with all of us. Stage 4 lung cancer took him from us 2 years ago. But because he never boasted, I believe that if he was here, he would recognize and praise the Lord for all of his robust accomplishments as an athlete and as an artist. With a pen, pencil, or brush, he could create pictures of beauty. Again, he never boasts of his superior accomplishments in the Coastal Little League, at Coastal Elementary, middle or high school, or Cheney University. He knew where his success came from. So on behalf of my brother Billy, Jimmy, and all of Abel's family, I sincerely thank the very fine Chester County Sports Hall of Fame for the recognition. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John, and welcome to your brother Abel.
Thank you.
Our final inductee is Ryan Vogelsong, baseball. Ryan graduated from Octorara High School, where he excelled in baseball, and later attended Kutztown University, where he set several pitching records, including recording 242 strikeouts in his 3-year career. He was drafted by the San Francisco Giants in the 5th round of the 1998 Major League Baseball draft and made his MLB debut in 2000 by pitching 2 scoreless innings of relief against the Chicago Cubs. He was traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2001, and after 4 seasons with the Pirates, he pitched for 2 years in Japan. Ryan rejoined San Francisco in 2011 and posted a 13-7 record with a 2.71 ERA, made the All-Star team, and helped the Giants win the World Series. The team repeated as World Series champions in 2014 with Vogelsong in the rotation. He played for 11 years in the major leagues before retiring in 2017. In 2018, Ryan was inducted into the San Francisco Giants Wall of Fame. He lives with his family in Georgia. Please welcome Chester County Sports Hall of Famer, Ryan Vogelsong.
Hello, everybody. I just want to say thank you to the Hall of Fame committee for the nomination and the induction. I'd like to say congratulations to the other inductees. As a sports fan and a fan of personal sports stories, it's been entertaining to listen to small parts of everyone's story tonight. You make it sound so easy, Michael, on your bio there. But my career was less than that. It was difficult. I was the grinder, made it to the big leagues really fast and went through a lot of ups and downs through my career, and finally back to some good years at the end. So I've had a chance to have these type of honors in the past because of what I accomplished on the baseball field, and they all have special meanings. Going into the Wall of Fame in San Francisco gave me the opportunity for a country boy kid from Monterrey to be on a wall with Willie Mays and Willie McCovey and Barry Bonds, and some of the greatest San Francisco Giants of all time, and some of the greatest Major League Baseball players all time, to be honest. But this one, it holds special meaning to me as well. Chester County, Chester County raised me. Chester County raised me with good intentions and also with bad intentions. If you went to a baseball field in the early 90s and saw me play, I probably was not the kid you saw and said, he's gonna be the guy that plays in the big leagues and plays for 11 years in the major leagues and has a 20-year professional career, wins 2 World Series and makes an all-star team. And that's because I was a pretty good high school player, but not the best. And with that comes a lot of disappointments. I was cut from a lot of all-star teams. And we're not talking about the Michael Jordan getting cut from his high school team, but there was a lot of teams that I tried out for that I didn't make. And a lot of those hurt. They hurt bad. I can remember riding home in the backseat of my parents' car crying because I got cut from teams. So I didn't know it at the time. Obviously, just like all of us when we're telling our stories, we didn't know it at the time, but it was grooming me for what was coming in the future. And the good thing about Chester County was, and as we all know, it takes a village to raise somebody. And I had a very, very good village. First of all, I need to say hello to Ray Westner. I know he's watching, and Wes had a profound impact on my life. He was my varsity soccer coach, varsity basketball coach, JV baseball coach. And Wes taught me what it was like to practice. He taught me the importance of doing drills to increase your abilities. He taught me the importance of being a teammate. He was tough on me, but he was fair. And from a high school coach standpoint, Wes was exactly what I needed. I have a core group of friends that all basically live in Chester County still, and they know who they are, and they've been my friends since we were 14 years old. And they had my back through thick and thin, through this whole journey that I've been on. From 2004, when I was the worst pitcher in Pittsburgh Pirate history for 100 years, to 2011, when I was an all-star and standing on the line in Arizona for the 82nd All-Star game. They've had my back through thick and thin, and they know who they are, and they know I love each and every one of them. To my mom and dad, who is watching as well, and I'm getting upset right now, I'm sorry. They taught me everything. They taught me how to work hard. They taught me how to be a perfectionist. They taught me to pay attention to details. They taught me everything that I needed to know to be a Major League Baseball player without even trying. And then my wife. we all know that it takes a team to do everything in life. And being a professional athlete makes it 1,000 times harder. And my wife was basically a single mom for 13 years of her life during the season, and she handled it better than anyone could ever imagine. And I would not be sitting here accepting this award without her, because there was multiple times that I wanted to quit and give up, and she just wouldn't let me do it. So she deserves a lot of credit for this award as much as I do. And that being said, all the things that I went through in my career, all the rough times growing up playing high school, all the rough times in professional baseball, it has made all the success and all the good times winning the World Series that much more special. And I'll tell you what, there are some really good people in Chester County. And I would not be sitting here today without the molding and the criticisms and the raise ups and the teaching from the people in Chester County. And I have a son right now that is 12 that is playing baseball. And if I can teach him half of what I learned from my village, he's going to be really good. So thank you again, Chester County Sports Hall of Fame, for the induction. Congratulations to the other inductees. And thank you for everyone that tuned in to watch, and have a good night.
Ryan, thank you so much. Congratulations and welcome. This concludes our 2021 induction ceremony program. I want to thank you all for taking the time out tonight during the dinner hour to attend and be part of this historical moment when we made our presentations remotely. We've welcomed 9 outstanding new members of the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame. And even though we cannot hear one another, let's give our new inductees a rousing round of applause. In closing, I urge you to join our organization and to support Chester County's rich history of sporting achievement. As you can tell, these 9 athletes are certainly deserving of the honor they have received this evening. And you will also be supporting the county's emerging young scholar athletes as recognized by the Yoder Award. And as Ryan put it so eloquently, it takes a village, and Chester County is that nurturing village that has produced so many fine athletes. I can assure you that when you become a member of the Chester County Sports Hall of Fame, you will treasure your membership. And as a member, I'm happy to say that you will have the pleasure of attending next year's induction ceremony in person on November 12th, 2022, when we welcome our 14th induction class. Remember that date, November 12th, 2022. So let me wish you happy holidays, safe travels, and good evening.